Black Cracker coming at you. I'm here, you're there. Keep it that way. It's not that kind of party. That's my usual introduction. This goes out to Tim Pool, Tim Cast IRL, Salty Cracker, Anthony Brian Logan, ABL. This goes out to Candace Owens, Tom Fitton, Andy No, NGO, Andy No, and Bill Barr. This goes out to Donald Trump, President Trump, and the rest of you. Look, you literally can't see the forest for the trees if you continue what you're doing without looking at the bigger picture. And look, I just got deplatformed, so I don't know how I'm going to post this video. They told me I can't even look at YouTube, right? I don't want to exaggerate in this video, but they shut down my whole YouTube account, won't even let me see it. Sent me an email saying that I'm not allowed to access any YouTube channels. Mine, a new one, old one, any YouTube channels. And didn't even tell me why. So it's gotten to that point. But look, so if I'm making a video and I'm going to try to reach out, I'm not going to waste time saying, Marxists are taking over the Democrat Party, whoop, 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 this, that, and the other. Look, what's happening is the sea is level. You know what I mean? And we don't live on a planet. If I have to reach out to you to tell you something, I have to tell you that from the North Pole, each degree of longitude is 69 miles. So in a flat line from the North Pole, 90 degrees to the equator, and then another 90 to the South Pole forms a flat line. And that, when you look at it, is a radius, forms a circle that is 90 degrees south, and that's a 78,000 mile perimeter. Bring that in to about, whatever the Antarctic ice wall is, and you're at 60 degrees, and then the Great Southern Ocean begins, and then you get the tips of South America, Africa, and then you see Australia, and all in a big circle. And if you look on the United Nations map, the azimuth equidistant map, or the flat earth map, you'll see plainly what I'm talking about. But look, if you just calculate the difference between a sphere that has 69 mile degrees of longitude and a flat circle, you'll find that there are over 200 million square miles of missing geography just in the northern hemisphere, because a flat, if you take a pizza and try to wrap it around a ball, you'll end up, if you only, half of the ball, you'll have a lot of pizza left. And then the lines of longitude, as they head from the North Pole to the equator, grow further apart. And then past the equator, they continue to grow further apart. So the amount of missing geography in the Great Southern Ocean is, and places like Africa, South America, Australia, is fucking vast. Dude, there could be whole continents in the Pacific Ocean between Hawaii and Japan, what you think of. That it's almost uncalculable how much ocean there is. And then, since the South Pole isn't a single point, it's a 78,000 mile circle. On the other side of the South Pole, in all points south, in all directions south, there's more land outside of the circle of the sun. And also, within the northern 30 to within the Arctic Circle, between the North Pole and the Arctic Circle, which is 60 degrees north, our government is hiding, and the Russian government are hiding everything that Hitler was after, which is the hollow earth and all of that, the magnetic mountain, Mount Meru, all of that, everything that you can't see unless you go there, is all secrets that are being kept from us in the northern degrees. So that's another, another whole ball of wax. And you can look at Eric Dubé's latest documentary, Flat Atlantis, to see the comprehensive set of the information that there is regarding hollow earth. But don't think of hollow earth as a hollow globe. Because here's my final point. The lines of longitude as they go away from the North Pole keep going further away from each other. And then when they pass the equator, they continue spreading further apart. They don't wrap around and come back to a point around the bottom of a globe. Right? So longitudinal lines all meet at a single point at the North Pole, but other than that, they continue to go away from each other. Whereas lines perpendicular to the Earth's surface, like vertical lines, are parallel to one another. In other words, if you're standing in Japan and I'm standing in Wisconsin, our verticalness is still parallel to each other. The idea that the non-Euclidean proposition that all points perpendicular to the tangent of the Earth's surface all those lines meet at a single gravitational point under our feet, and that they continue to radiate away from each other the higher in the sky they get, is a complete falsity. We live in a Euclidean plane, and vertical lines coming off of this plane are parallel. Parallel lines do not converge below our feet, nor do they grow further apart in space. And so space is not a limitless, ever expanding fucking place. And that is what I have to say. And that is the importance of everything else. Everything else is secondary to the fact that there's no such thing as gravity. Buoyancy and density and air pressure are what make you stand up straight and not float away. That's it. Gravity is just a placeholder for all of the falsities that would have to exist for us to be on a spinning ball screaming through space. And so gravity is a non-Euclidean projection that states that in the center of the Earth is a single point, and that all points perpendicular to the tangent of the sea level are in an array going away from each other in a globular array, and that's patently false. Every NASA patent is for a flying vehicle is for over a fixed, motionless plane, not curved surface. And to close, you guys need to sit down with an Earth curve calculator. Get on Earth curve calculator, GitHub, and look, if we're 10 miles apart, there's supposed to be a 66.6 foot wall of Earth curvature or ocean curvature in between us, because, right? But you know that you can take a telescope or a pair of binoculars and we can see each other just fine, right? That's perspective, and the foreground eats up your perspective, the lower you are to the ground as an observer. You know what I mean? There's no there is no globe. There is no climate. There is no climate change because there's no global warming because we don't live on a planet, right? And that has to end. That is the big lie that underneath everything else. And that's where the desperation comes from. All right, Black Cracker coming at you. We'll hit you up.